Howdy folks, Corky Duke Farminator here. Come with me if you want to farm. And this is Big Red 1, Part 3, an unscheduled live stream. And here we go. Alright, I believe I was harvesting a field last time, and there it is. There's the combine. Now this is the only, we're almost full. Where's my truck at? There it is. This is the only mod I'm doing where I'm not all John Deere, because I'm a big John Deere nut. So I am using stuff that's not John Deere in this. And it's the only mod I do that. All the other mods, I sell all the non-John Deere stuff to buy John Deere equipment. So, oops, that's right, it was full. What was I doing? Or it was almost full. It's full now. Which I really like the header on the header trailer combination on this. It's really sweet because you're looking at the trailer. It's on the front. It's on underneath the header, and it unfolds and it connects to the tractor, and you can carry. It's fantastic. I love it, and you don't have to place it on a separate header or a separate trailer. It's one. I wish John Deere would have something like that. Alrighty. Wheat. Harvesting the wheat. We must get it done. Ah. We must get it done soon. Oh, where are we at here? Which one is it? There it is. Field 9, 47% done. Grain silo south, which is right here. I mean, it's really close. No, that's my farm. Yeah, it's right there. Grain silo south. Okay. There we go. Fill up the middle section full of yaw, yaw. And that'll do it. Alrighty. So anyway, how's everybody doing today? It is Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and of course it's 9:37 in the morning game time. So you do the math with the difference. Oh boy, we still got a lot of this field left to get. Hey, old cranky gamer. I'm farming. This is the Big Red One, my only mod that's not everything John Deere. So I decided to do a mod where not all of my equipment's John Deere. As you can see, it's a case combine right there. But it's got a great header. I love the header trailer combination on this. I wish John Deere had that. I'm trying to put the header on the trailer and then hook the trailer up and blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm farming wheat right here. It says Jimmy Caldwell's wheat field, 104.49 acres. So it's a pretty big field. You see how big this field is? Look, that's the part I have yet to do. That's the part I've got done. So I'm almost halfway done. How'd your Star Wars game go? You finish your stream? Must be. If I got that game, that Star Wars Survivor game, you think I'd get any more subscribers if I had modeled myself as the worst Jedi in the Star Wars galaxy? Would that be? Hey, Sean Games, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. With my yard, I wish my lawnmower had that blade. I'd be done mowing in 20 minutes. How big's your yard, OCG? Ah, it's a good looking house right there. This is wheat, right? Yeah. I don't know why I doubted myself. I think I can pull that off, get my butt into traffic. My butt's in traffic and it's staying in traffic. What you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do about it? Gonna do nothing about it. I still think they need to combine this game with Grand Theft Auto, call it Grand Theft Tractor. Somebody steals your tractor, so you run them over with a combine. Playing this right now. Oh, cool. What mod you playing? Not that big, exaggerating, but it takes me too long. Oh, you got a push lawnmower? Is that why it takes so long? Hey, did y'all hear about what happened to the farmer? Is that cream of wheat for days? Yeah. Y'all hear about the farmer out in Mount Juliet? He lost his legs in a combine accident, so he tried to sue the John Deere company, but the judge threw his case out. Said he just didn't have a leg to stand on. %, full to hop off. There's my truck. The truck's in a good spot. Seems to be right in the middle of the field. It's cream of wheat. It'll be cream of wheat soon. Once I get it into the grain, the South grain mill or the South grain silo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're full. We are full. Oh, just a crappy Honda one that jams on 2 inches. Okay. I heard that. It was Judge Eileen. Eileen, yep. Judge Eileen Walker, right? Judge Eileen Walker says you just don't have a leg to stand on. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Please, and I'll post it as soon as I see it. But yeah, please post that Facebook. I started a farming simulator Facebook group. Definitely post stuff, and I'll prove it. And it's growing. It's growing. The one guy I brought into the group has helped me. He's like doubled the numbers in the group, and so I think he got like 2 people. So he doubled the numbers of the group. But we'll get that group growing. But yeah, definitely post it, and when I see it, I'll go ahead and prove it, and then I'll comment and like it and all the good stuff. So, and if you know somebody else playing the game, invite them to that group. I gotta see I'm not sure if I put a link to it in this YouTube channel. I know I did on my Farminator channel. I want to make sure I do it on this channel too, because since I live stream my farm sim games here. But if I did it on the other channel, it'd be a dead stream. Ha ha ha. Cool. Yeah, as long as it's about farming sim games, it doesn't have to be Farming Simulator. It can be other farming sim games. I'll just make it a general farming sim game. Goodness sakes, this field is still going to take a while to do. 100 acres. Takes a while. Truck I'm using in the trailer for the wheat. I'm going to use a forage collector for this. I'm not going to bale it. I found it difficult to put the bales in the hay barn. So I'm going to have to build a hay barn and store the straw in there. Because I think I'm not sure what. Whoa, that's a ditch. Whoa. Sorry, ain't that many ditches in Michigan. Well, you see this map and think that Michigan's filled with ditches. Yeah, it has ditches, but not that many. No problem, Sean. This is being live streamed right to that new Facebook group, too. Yeah, it is. I've been playing it a lot. I think I started playing it about 2 months ago. Yeah, my Farminator channel already has 80 subscribers, which is doing much better than this channel did when this channel started. I didn't have 80 subscribers 2 months into this channel's uh, life. Didn't have anywhere close to it. So I think it's because Farming Simulator is still a really popular game. Still a lot of people play it. Tell you what, that color of red is really pretty. Matches the barn. I've got the stink back in my fart now. I've got the stink back in my fart now. I've got the stink back in my fart now. I've got the stink back in my fart now. Is it? Yeah, mine too. I haven't even played any of my. I started like 319 mods, and I haven't played them in a while. I need to get back on those. But I have a lot of problems with the 19 farming 19. Mostly the roads. I mean, in Ravenport, the roads are horrible. I mean, they're mostly either paved cow paths or literally paths, and you're winding down a freaking mountain. I mean, farming and mountaineering do not go together. Also going to be collecting a lot of bales on that field. Actually, I'm not going to bale it. I'm gonna keep it loose. So, but yeah, I'm thinking it might fill up the whole hay barn. So yeah, I've got a forest collector that I bought. So I'm just gonna. Now, where I'll make a lot of money off this mod is when winter comes and I start finding all those collectibles. This one's got collectibles, right? Come on, come on. Yeah, 111 collectibles. Check out that World War II Heroes XCOM type game. No, I didn't. What's that one about? OCG. Need to play City Skyline. Been in my library forever. Uh, I thought about trying that because I kind of like city building games. It depends on how good they are. If you try it, let me know how good it is. I like realism, but with playability too. City Skylines. I got a few games that have been in my library forever that I've never played. And that World War One game that I tried, I want to get back into it, but it's really complicated. A lot more complicated than what I thought it would be. But I would like to get into it. I just need to find. I need to not find time. I need to make time to play it. Is what I need to do. Been watching too much news lately. I'm getting worried. Company of Heroes 3, like XCOM. Never played XCOM and heard Skylines is everything Sim City wanted to be and more. Okay, I might give Skylines a try. 'Cause I think it's not. I think Skylines is on my wish list on Steam. I got an idea. You guys, Susanna Hoffs fans, because I got an idea for a parody. Remember, everybody wants to rule the world by. Oh man, I can't believe I can't remember their name. Tears for Fears. How about everybody loves Susanna Hoffs? Thought about writing that for a parody. Something about her sexy eye roll. Oh my goodness sake. That had every teenager in love. That sexy eye roll she did in Walk Like an Egyptian had every teenager loving her in the 80s. %, hopper. Man, this thing's already full. Look at this. This is going to fill up that truck too, so I'm going to have to dump off the wheat. Thank goodness it's just down the street. It ain't too far at all. I can almost walk it in a wheelbarrow. You know, just load the wheat up in a wheelbarrow, take it and dump it, and bring the wheelbarrow back. Dump it and bring the wheelbarrow back. It's almost that close. And it's going to burn down. Okay. Heard. Oh, it's going to burn down, and I'll be on a beach on the Philippines by the time digital ID passes come to buy drinking water. And I'm going to go now, man. Okay. Nice to catch up with you. I will see you in your next live video. Thanks, Sean Games. Appreciate you joining. Appreciate it. Like, she was a guitarist in the Bangles. Yup. She was one of the lead singers. Yup. She was the one, the brunette with that sexy eye roll. Oh. Yup. Ooh, 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 ooh. Walk like an Egyptian. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get on the right side of this. I don't want to crash into it. Everybody loves Susanna Hawk. I like it. She had that song in. Oh yes, yes. Oh man, in my room. Yes. Phoebe Cates. Oh, there's another gorgeous woman here too. Oh my. Hmm. That sucks. Phoebe Cates. Oh man, that scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where we get to see her boobies. Yes. Come on. There we go. Here we go. Duck Call. I love this song. Where we got to go with this? I am going to Grain Silo South. Create job. Deliver. That's what we want, right? Go to load in. Just deliver. Grain Silo South. Yep. Looping. Yep. What do you mean target is unreachable? Ridiculous. Create job. Deliver. Grain Silo South. Looping. What do you mean target is unreachable? I don't have a halo yet, do I? I shouldn't. Oh, God, what? in your room, man. Oh man, what I wouldn't do to her in my room. She still looks good today. Okay. This is where I turn in, right? Yeah. No. Yeah, right here it is. Yeah. 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 Okay. So I'm in the right spot. I finally found something I've been looking for on YouTube, and that's been the Blue and the Gray series. But I only found starts with like part 3 to the end. It doesn't have the beginning on it. But I've been watching that. Yeah, it's Hoffs, not Hoffa. She's no union leader. I would, if she was, I wouldn't mind joining her union. Union Angel. Middle. Ah. Wow, wow. Cates is 59 and Hobbs is 64. And they look better than 25-year-olds I date. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. What's with all the crows in this game? That's what I can't figure out. Whoever designed this game must love crows. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab some coffee. Well, something to drink. It may not be coffee. I don't know. I don't think we have any coffee left. But I gotta get something to drink. It is not only coffee, it is the last of the coffee. The pot is now officially empty. It's an empty motors. If you watch Fire in the Sky. Ever seen the movie Fire in the Sky? You know, they finally took a lie detector test, and every single one of them failed it. So they were lying about that alien abduction. Or experiencing that alien spaceship. They were all lying about it. Who's crazy fascist? Where do you live in New York, OCG? You know where Binghamton is? Oh. Live north of Binghamton. Oh, okay, okay. That's the eastern part of the state. Albany's the capital of New York, which they speak of in Last of the Mohicans. We moved the 52nd Regiment of Foot to Fort Albany, or what's it, Fort Edwards. That's it, Fort Edwards. That's just a days and a half ride from here. So get your men ready. The movie itself was fictional. Now, did you know? You saw the movie Last of the Mohicans, right? Because the final scene where they get slaughtered in that massacre did not happen that way at all. It started out as Indians just because they left the fort, but they didn't have any ammunition with them. They weren't allowed to take any ammunition, so they were allowed to take their weapons, but they had zero ammunition. So the French kept all their ammunition. So what happened was the Indians started just running through and like grabbing stuff like hats, um, of articles of belongings. And then when they realized they weren't fighting back, it got more aggressive, and some people were killed. But Colonel Monroe survived that battle. He did not die in that battle historically, and he did not have any children. So that part of the story is totally fictional. So I love the historical accuracy as far as what life was like during that time period, but the story itself is fiction. There was a Colonel Monroe, but like I said, he didn't have any children. He was an immigrant from Scotland, fighting for the king, the crown. You're fighting for the crown. Those those subjects are, uh, what do you say? I can't think of what he said. Oh, those facts are subordinate to the crown. Yeah, Saratoga. Okay, cool. I'd like to go to Saratoga someday. That's the battle, and Arnold Benedict Arnold was the one that got us our freedom, won the American Revolution for us. Because if he hadn't defeated the British at the Battle of Saratoga, the French would have never came in on our side. And it wasn't the French helping us; it was the fact that when the French came in on the American side, it changed the war for England. They didn't have to. They never had to worry about the colonists invading England. You know, there's about as much chance as the Martians invading England as the American colonists invading England. But the threat of France invading England was real. Plus the fact that they had to defend all these forts and these islands in the Caribbean from the French, who were anxious to get it back when they lost from the properties that they lost from the 7 Years' War, which was also known as the French and Indian War. Sleep with British Isabels. This they also add in those romantic, yeah, yeah. They also, yeah, the woman that in the Queen that Mel Gibson's Braveheart would have been like 11 years old at that time. So it's doubtful that he would have had sex and then bore his child. I like her chutzpah telling the king that you know um, William Wallace is carrying her child, or she's carrying William Wallace's child. So, so I guess his son was gay, and I think that's historically accurate, isn't it? Because they got Longshanks pretty accurate in the movie, what he was like. He was a very ruthless, evil king. But he was very smart strategically. Yeah, yeah, that would have been a disaster if they would have won the Battle of Saratoga. It would have literally split the rebellious Massachusetts colonies from the rest of them. People don't seem to understand that waterways were important back then. They were basically fences between uh, territories over land, but they were highways. Whoa, where am I going? Highways to travel down. But on land, because there were no major bridges across any of these rivers back then. So there were obstacles if you wanted to go from land, from state to state or colony to colony by land, but they were highways if you were going by water. So, oh, was it down? It was down here. Yeah, that would have been disastrous. There's a lot of misconceptions about the Revolutionary War. Like Paul Revere rode around yelling, "The British are coming," which is crap, absolutely. And I hate it. Every time I see that, I absolutely hate it. And I always speak out against it. What he did, he was a he went up to the door of a local militia leader. The regulars are coming. Get your men ready. Yes, sir. You know, he didn't just go running down the street yelling, "The British are coming. The British." That's so stupid. There are British patrols everywhere. If a British soldier sees him doing that, he's going, "Hey, mister, come here. Come here, yeah, lad. Come here, young laddie. What do you mean the British are coming? Who are you talking about?" Everybody was British back then. If you went back to England, it was called going home. This absolute nonsense of, "Oh, the British are coming, the British are..." I mean, if he'd woken you up and said, "Go back and sleep it off, you're drunk," I mean, that's what they would have said to him. But no, he went up to the door. "The regulars are coming. Get your men ready." "Yes, sir." And then he'd go around to his captains and knock on his door. They had to do this in secret because there were British patrols all over. Arnold's boot is the only thing there, and they didn't mention, man, they didn't mention his name. Yeah, Daniel Webster is my favorite. Daniel Morgan. Yeah, Daniel Morgan in Cowpen, the Battle of Cowpens. Oh man, that that battle was something else. We trapped the British in that one. That was pure tactical genius on Morgan's part. The battle. You know about the Battle of Cowpens? Isabel actually helped usurpate Edward, who many say probably was gay. Yeah, but she came back with Richard Mortimer, her lover. Okay, and Richard Longshanks was actually one of the best English monarchs. Wasn't he evil though, or was he fair? Because I thought they got that, and I could be wrong. I thought they got him. I don't know much about English history. Richard Longshanks was one of the best English monarchs. Hammer of the Scots. Oh yeah. Yeah, I wish they'd make it historic because Braveheart is just not historical at all. I think it's still a great movie. I love it despite the fact that it's not historical. But as far as history, it's crap. They weren't wearing skirts at that time. The what are they? They're not called skirts. What are they called? I can't think of what they're called. Um, they didn't wear them. They didn't wear them till like the 17th century. There was no nonsense and a conqueror. Yeah, he did expel the Jews, but crushing the Welsh and Scots. He tried diplomacy and marriage ties. Richard Longshanks was actually one of the best in his monarchs. Hammer of the Scots. He was pretty evil though, wasn't he? As far as his. Oh, were there? I thought he was one of the most evil, but I guess what Henry VIII was probably the worst as far as being evil. But Case International makes that weird sound, almost clanking sound. Celts. That's what, not skirts, but Celts. They didn't wear those to what, the 17th century, I think? Edward I tried to keep Scotland independent and under control, but Robert Bruce killed the Scottish king in a bar fight. King John was pretty evil. Charles I was killing Protestants, as was Bloody Mary and Elizabeth I. Yeah. Like Henry V, St. Crispin's Day. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that. I'll have to Google it, find out. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Full. Wasn't paying any attention. 14,400. Not a very big hopper. I wonder if I can't get the extension on it. You heard of the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones? No, never heard of that. I don't watch Game of Thrones. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's go with that middle section first. There we go. All right. Thank you. was based off of what my clan, the Campbells, did to the McDonald's restaurant. Is it why we have the curse of the Campbells? Okay. Did Henry beat the French when they surrendered and without hope at the Battle of Angicourt at St. Christmas Day? Hell of a king. I need to brush up on my English history. I keep running into a video on YouTube about the history of England, so I need to watch it. Kind of get more familiar with it. I'm good at American history, but I know. Oh, can't believe how my mind's going blank today. Um, I'm getting all kinds of names mixed up. Not Solomon. July 1st, World War One, 1916. So I keep thinking Solomon. That's not right. Dang it. The worst day in British history, British Army's history. It'll hit me in just a second. I can't believe I can't remember it. July 1st, 1916. So, I keep getting it confused with the Solomons from Third Rock from the Sun. Okay. Angicourt. Crispin Day. Hell of a king. Kings don't belong in this country. We don't want any kings. As Washington once said, this country has had it with kings. In response to wanting him to be America's first king. But there was a movement towards the end of the American Revolution. They wanted Washington to be America's first king. And he refused. He absolutely refused. He didn't think he was worthy of the title. The thing I recall from World War One was there was a king on the throne that was there for 75 years, and he wept openly when it sparked the war. Yeah. Um, it's right there, and I just can't think of it. Google. Had to use Google. British battle, July 1st, 1916. Somme, Battle of the Somme. I knew it began with an S, and I kept thinking Solomon. I was like, that's not right. Battle of the Somme. I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting stuff. Worst day in British Army history. Battle of the Somme. And see what the problem was the generals, the higher ups. They couldn't get it. They couldn't get through. You couldn't get through their mind that I don't care how long you bombard the enemy's trenches, you're not going to kill them. They kept thinking, oh well, just bombard the trenches longer, and the enemies will be killed. They're in bunkers. There's a whole network of bunkers underneath. They're still finding new bunkers to this day when they dig over there. They're finding new areas where they had, because they would dig bunkers and then they'd have living quarters and they'd have hospitals. All this was underground. And they keep finding new areas to this day when they're still digging. So that means artillery is not going to do anything. You're going to destroy some barbed wire. That's it. You're going to destroy some sandbags. That's it. All the troops are down in their protection, down in the bunkers. And they were just like, and they had this special artillery shell that was supposed to wipe out the barbed wire, and that didn't even work because they missed it. They totally missed the barbed wire. So the British soldiers came out and got slaughtered. Washington was dang. Washington was the only leader in history to decline. He was. When he stepped down after the war was over and he stepped down from power, when King George heard about that, he could not believe it. He could not fathom somebody having that much power and stepping down from it. Yup, he sure was. And that's one good thing. I know Washington was a slave owner, and everybody criticizes him and they should. But there's one thing you got to understand: he had a chance to be America's first king, which means the Constitution would have never been written. We would have never had a Constitution. We'd have been living basically in an American monarchy. You weren't related to Washington, you wouldn't be king. You wouldn't have power, and the Americans wouldn't be voting for their leader every 4 years. You know. So keep that in mind when you talk badly about Washington. He wasn't total bad. Plus, I think he changed his mind about slavery because he put it in his will that when Martha dies, the slaves get freed, and they were. When Martha died, these slaves were freed. So I think he somehow maybe changed his mind about it through the course of his life. I don't know. I can't be certain about that, but that's a guess on my part. Maybe he realized that slavery isn't a good thing in a supposedly free country. Oh, really? I never saw Blackadder. I've heard about it, but I don't even know what that's a cartoon, isn't it? Can you believe it? That's my barn right there in the middle of nowhere. That's my freaking barn. Can we drive through it? We should be able to. Just checking everything out, boys. Yeah, we can drive right through it. One general I hate from that war is Blackjack Pershing. Cannot stand that piece of. He cost the lives of over 1,000 American soldiers in the final hours of World War I because he ordered attacks all along the front. And over 1,000 Americans needlessly died when the war was over. All they had to do was wait till 11 a.m. and the war would have been over. But no, he wanted to he was pissed that they had come to a ceasefire or a peace, and he wanted to invade, literally wanted to invade Germany, which he's not going to get anywhere near it. Crap. Griffiths did the same thing because if you freed them upon the death of their owner, they could never be put into chains again. Until the, what the hell was it called? Um, Man, I am forgetting all my stuff today. What was the law they passed that um, they basically could go up north, and if they saw a black man or a black woman, they could just, even if this person was born free, they could just kidnap them. What the hell was that called? I can't believe I'm forgetting this. This is not like me. Um, they could literally kidnap them and sell them into slavery. What the hell was that law called? And disgusting. I can't even think. I don't know why my mind is going blank right now. Blackadder is a British show with a man who played Mr. Bean. Oh, Rowan Atkinson. Rowan Atkinson, even though it was a comedy, it has one of the saddest endings ever. Oh, really? Huh. I never saw Blackadder, but I like Rowan Atkinson. I love Mr. Bean. He's hilarious. Oh, man. How much have we got done of this field? 66%. $76,000 paycheck from it. Harvesting wheat, canola, harvesting oats, harvesting wheat, harvesting oats, harvesting canola. That was a decade. Fugitive Slave Act, that's it. Yeah, that was a decade before the Civil War. But that was part of the compromise to try to keep the southern states happy. Fugitive Slave Act, that's exactly what that was. Can't believe I forgot that. Disgusting, disgusting piece of legislation. And then, yeah, I still got to finish watching that movie, 12 Years a Slave. I got too pissed off to finish watching. I was going to tear something off. I was going to destroy my own property because I was so pissed off at that movie. Because I know how realistic it was, how historically accurate it was. And I literally got hit. I was screaming at my computer. Screaming. And oh no. I emptied that whole thing out. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. But then the Fugitive Slave Act changed that. Because the Fugitive Slave Act just said you could basically take a man who was born free and just sell him into slavery. Cool. Didn't even matter if they were a runaway slave. They could just take anybody they wanted. And see, that goes to prove my point. You cannot compromise on the issue of morality. You have to stand up against bad morality. You can't compromise. because then you're basically saying it's all right. Now, Thomas Jefferson was definitely an interesting character because he was a slave owner that hated slavery. There was no such law in 1780, which is why most founding fathers never freed their slaves. You had to do it upon death. Yeah. Plus, they treated them better than that. I've hated that argument. A slave is a slave. Doesn't matter how you treat them. They don't have personal freedom. I wouldn't want to be slave even if I was treated good, because I'd want personal freedom. So it's not about how you treat them. It's about, do they have personal freedom? When they're done working, can they go home? Can they go out drinking, dancing? Can they go and do what they want? Slaves couldn't do that. They were supposed to be in two places, out in the field or in their shacks. And they were literal shacks, dirt floored shacks that had no comfort for them. They were built as cheaply as possible. Jefferson tried with all his men and created equal, but if they didn't back down, he and Franklin on slavery, we would have never won. So it's tough, yeah. Plus, they treated them. Getting closer. Yeah, you're right. But John Brown is a complicated man. Imagine a religious man that doesn't read the Bible or cherry picks the hell out of the Bible. That's actually quite frequent nowadays. Because obviously John Brown didn't read any parts of the Bible that talks about slavery. If you got into a conversation with John Brown, you talked about two things: religion or slavery. Alma Soul was a great video on, has a great video on slavery. There were black slave owners and white slave owners. It was a horrible time for most of history. Yeah, it's a horrible time for everything, for everybody. Nowadays, with the economy that we have, you couldn't have slavery. It would not work, because what builds the economy is people being able to buy all the products that all these factories are producing. If everybody buys slaves to produce these items, there's not going to be anybody with any money to buy the items that they're creating. So you're going to be creating items from factories that nobody's going to buy, because nobody's going to have the money to buy it, because their slaves are not getting paid. I've got the stink back in my fart now. I've got the stink back in my fart now. I've got the stink back in my fart now. The stink back in my fart now. Wow, wow, wow. Don't forget about the Romans. Everybody that survived a country they conquered was sold into slavery. Didn't matter what color they were. There was one time where uh, slaves in Rome outnumbered the citizens like 8-1, and this worried the senators in the Roman Congress because they're like, man, if they find this out, there's gonna be a slave revolt and we're all gonna die. So they were trying to come up with some solutions to how you could tell who was a slave, because you couldn't tell who was a slave and who was a citizen. You walk down Rome, you couldn't tell who was a slave and who was a citizen. So they thought, well, let's make the slaves wear special color robes. Then they thought, well, if we do that, they're going to realize how numerous they are, and then that's not going to be any help to us. Do you imagine that? 1/8 of the citizens are free; the rest are all slaves. That's horrible numbers. The slaves would simply, as soon as they realized that, they would gather. They would have a couple of meetings, and then they would just start killing everybody who was the slave owners and the citizens. So, which can you blame them? I certainly couldn't blame them. Whoa, I'm full again. Glad I got crop destruction off me, laddie. I don't want to destroy my crops because I ran over them. Don't you know? You think I should destroy my crops when I get fooled and run over them? But let's see. So, but the Southeast Asians and Chinese who make the products are, yes, yes. Basically, they are. They're using. They're certainly paying slave wages or apple, but the Romans never got the Scottish. Yep, they never did. They got southern England, but never got into middle or northern England. Remember, against the Scots or the Irish. So they couldn't defeat them. They drink the blood of the dead. Doubtful. That would be pretty disgusting. Drinking blood, period, would be disgusting. This is Sears blood, right? From Red Dawn. The spirit of the deer. I'll be right back, buddy. Great conversation. I liked it. Yeah, roommate, another cup of coffee. I gotta stop drinking, otherwise I won't get to sleep tonight. Okay, what we got here? But the Romans never got they never got the Scottish. Imagine if all the slaves knew that was what was ruling class and emperors were doing at that time. Yep, some of the sickest stories reminds me today's elite. Yeah, basically. How big is your farm that could feed England for a month? I don't think it's that big. I got one field, I think. Yeah, I got this field 6 right here. That's all I got. And it is soybeans. Cool. Ding, ding. Wow. hour 22 minutes already. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Where was I at now? Okay, where was I? Ah, I see it. I see it. I don't think my farm is going to feed England. Maybe for a day. And a small section of England. East Anglia. 130 airfields crammed into the area one-third the size of Vermont. Hey, OCG, ever heard of John Towle? Want to hear the story of John Towle? I memorized this quite a long time ago. I memorized this like 25, 30 years ago. You want to hear the story of John Towle? Oh, I'm running low on fuel. That's what that beeping is. Can I buy a fuel tank? Let me see. I think I did. I can't remember if I did or not. I had better of. I'm going to need one. I don't think I did. Did I buy it and put it out front? I think I put it out front. Yeah, there it is. Okay, good. I did buy one. It's full? It is full. Good. Good. Oops, wrong vehicle. That's the vehicle I want. You don't remember John Towle? You want to hear that story? Well, I'll tell you the story of John Towle. It'll take a couple of minutes. Let me shut the music off. Nijmegen, Holland, September 21st, 1944. Following a costly assault boat crossing of the Vaal River, the 504th Parachute Regiment had finally taken the Nijmegen Bridge intact. Over this span would push the British Guards Armored Division toward their planned link with the embattled British paratroopers at Arnhem. But the hold on the bridge was tenuous, and the Germans were determined to retake or destroy it. Reinforced by remnants of the 9th SS Panzer Division, the Germans launched a series of violent counterattacks on the American bridgehead, which grew in the night and early morning. Near noon, a German force of over 100 SS infantry made a last effort against the left flank of Colonel Tucker's weary paratroopers. One of the first paratroopers to spot the German attack was a bazooka gunner, Private John Towle. With complete disregard for his own safety, Private Towle immediately set out to blunt the attack all by himself. Leaving his foxhole, he sprinted 200 yards across an open field to a vantage point, which gave him a clear field of fire. Towle scored hits on both tanks, immobilizing one and convincing the other to retire. Under intense fire, Tao nonetheless continued firing, sending one high explosive bazooka round into a house occupied by no less than 10 Germans, including the SS captain that was leading the attack, which killed them all. Tao then set out to stalk a half track, dashing some 125 yards to its flank in full view of the enemy. He knelt down to take aim, only to be killed by a burst of automatic weapons fire. By this time, the rest of the C Company had concentrated and was putting down a lethal covering fire into the German positions. Unable to advance, the Germans withdrew from the bridge outskirts for the last time. For single-handedly halting the German attack at the cost of his own life, Private John Tao was posthumously awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. The only paratrooper during World War II to be awarded that. I've had that story memorized for almost 30 years now. I'm getting low fuel warning from my combine. The big red one's going to have to get some big red gas. So where's the Taco Bell around this map? Is there a Taco Bell around here? Is there a Taco Bell? I got to get gas. That's not a Taco Bell. That's not a Taco Bell. Yeah, definitely. You ought to see. Pull up a picture of him. You will not see a boyish, such a. Oh my God! I pulled up his picture. And I damn near cried. He got such a boyish face. I mean, you'd swear he was 13 and not 18. I think he was 19 years old when he got killed in action. But you pull up his face and oh my God, you swear you're looking at a 13-year-old. John Towle.
Here's information for the spruce.
No. What the hell is all that? That's towels. Private John Towle. Towel, not Powell. Private John Towle. Keeps going John Wesley Powell. Private John Towle. Oh my God. Look at that face. Look at that face. Does that look like a kid? Private John Towle. He looks like he's 13 years old. 82nd Airborne Division, Medal of Honor. Valor Award for Private John Roderick Towle. Welcome to the History Edition of Family Farming Simulator. I recall that Finnish guy, that hid in snowbanks, killing off Russian companies by himself. Yep, wow. I think I know who you're talking about. Hey, Jungle Fed, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Old Cranky Gamer and I are talking about history, mostly American history, but some British history too. Would you like a spot of tea for our British history? Why me? Oh, hey, you guys want to hear a couple of Irish jokes? I got a couple of good Irish jokes for you. Getting close to the end of this field. 100 acres in the bag soon, hopefully. Maybe by noon, game time. Wow, 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 wow. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. I'm glad you're doing good, John. You want to hear the jokes? Okay. Two Irishmen are in a lifeboat in the middle of the North Atlantic, been floating for days, getting tired, getting hungry. One of them sees this bottle in the water. I'll turn the music off. Sees this bottle in the water, and he picks it up and he rubs it, and this genie pops out. And the genie says, "For freeing me from my prison, I will grant both of you one wish, but be warned, you only get one." So immediately the one Irishman is like, "Ah, yes, be laddie. The wish is to turn the whole ocean into Guinness." And the genie says, "Your wish is my command." And poof, the whole ocean turns to Guinness, right? His buddy's like, "Stupid bastard. What'd you do that for? Now we gotta pee in the boat." There's another one. Three guys walk into a pub. First guy's an Englishman. The punchline to this is a visual joke. The first guy's an Englishman, second guy's a Frenchman, third guy's an Irishman. So they each order an ale. When they get their drinks, they realize there's a fly in their ale. So the Englishman, he calls the waiter over and he goes, "Blimey, I got a bloody fly in me ale. Be a good bloke and fetch me another." So the Frenchman, he calls the waiter over and he goes, "Monsieur, monsieur, can I drink this ale? There's a fly in it. Please get me another." So the waiter turns around to fix him a new drink. Notice the Irishman's doing this. "Cough it up, you bastard!" So those are my Irish jokes. Anybody got any Irish jokes? I got a grandfather that came from Ireland in 1920. I saw his immigration papers. It's cool as hell. Ah, get out of there. Woo. There's a ditch there. Wah, wah. Uh, how much? How much more do I got? Oh, look at that. Not that much. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. Like those jokes? I hope so. I can tell you a dirty one. You guys want to hear a dirty one? It'd be classified as a dirty straight joke. This one I just saw on Facebook. About a week or two ago, I think. I thought it was hilarious. I've been telling it ever since. Everybody's liked it so far, but it is dirty. I got to warn you. Oh, I got an idea for a new parody song. Oh, I already told old OCG about it. Yeah, we were talking about Susanna Hoffs earlier. That's right. See, I'm getting old. I'm forgetting all this stuff. Walk into a kitchen and I'm like, what the hell am I here for? Walk into the bathroom. That's really where it gets bad. What the hell am I here for? Let me know if you guys want to hear the dirty joke. Let's hear it. Okay, John GoFett wants to hear it. What do you call an Irishman with 10 girlfriends? I don't. Shepherd. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, let's shift the music up. So this guy dies and he goes to hell, right? So Satan is telling him, look, you get to spend the rest of eternity in one room of your choice, but make it a good choice because you can't change your mind. So he searches through hundreds of rooms, doesn't like nothing, till he comes to this one room where a guy is sitting on the couch watching the NFL on TV. A gorgeous cheerleader is giving him a blowjob. So he gets all excited. Oh, this is the room I want. This is the room I want. So Satan says, okay, go and just stay here for a second. So Satan walks up to the cheerleader and says, okay, you can go and get out of here. I found your replacement. That was on Facebook. That joke was on Facebook. I thought it was hilarious as hell. Oh, I'm getting full again. Look at this. 97% full. I'm going to be able to catch it as soon as I fill the hopper up. Linking the chain. I have to go get some fuel here in a little bit. I got 10,000 liters of fuel. That's the only money I had to buy. I couldn't fill it up. Well, I do got a hayloft. Okay, I already bought a hayloft. Okay, good. Look at that. I didn't remember buying a hayloft. I must have done that in the last video of this. Oh yeah, you guys like that? That was great. Glad you guys like it. I thought it was hilarious myself. Oh. That's definitely a case of not finding out all the information before you make a decision. Find out all the information you can before you make that decision. This flavor is something I've never had before. Move, which I don't know what flavor that is. I can't even really taste what flavor it is. Something called Move. Oh, all right. Drop to the rain like a car to the train. Seems old frame, making a change. Making a change. That keeps on coming around. Making a change. Almost done with this 100-acre field. I feel like I really accomplished something. Hey Derek, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Don't have a joke. I have sad news though. My B-17 Death can be shot down alongside most of the crew. Oh, sorry about that. 3 survivors. Sorry. That was an all too factual reality for the crews of the B-17s during World War II. The 8th Air Force lost more killed in action than the whole United States Marine Corps did during World War II. I think there was, what, 26,000 killed in action on the 8th Air Force? Wow. Hey, you guys want to see my tail art for my and the nose art for my coming up? I'm doing my first baseball campaign, which is going to be 8 men out. Then I'm doing 1984 Detroit Tigers. But you guys got to check out the tail art I did because it looks just like the MLB logo. I can go ahead and jump into that right now if you guys want to see that. Let me know if you just want me to keep combining. Let me know that too. Right there is where, man, I could just drive across the street, empty my hopper. I mean, that's where I got to go. Be on the stream. I want me. Let's see it. Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and show it to you guys. All right. Now I want you guys' opinion on it. I think I did a pretty good job, and it came together really quick. Now I'll show you the nose art too. It's the 8 men out, so it's a black bomber, which I love the black bombers, and then white. Now I'll explain when I get there. White lettering. Why I didn't use the color. Crew play. That's Super Bowl II right there, which I completed 2 weeks ago. And then I'll use the same tail art for the 1984 Detroit Tigers, which I'm going to do the Tigers logo for that. Need to be on the stream tonight. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it for another couple of hours. I'm in the mood to get do a long farming sim stream. I've already been doing it for what, an hour and 37 minutes. And library tail art. Look at that. Does that look like the MLB logo? How's that look, guys? And it went together really quick. I was surprised. I mean, I did the outline and then simply um, painted that, and then painted that. And once I did, all I had to do was 2 outlines. I had to do the outline here and the outline there, and then just fill it in with paint. Go back to farming. Okay, I will. And here's the nose art. I might change the O a little bit. But now see, I was going to use the color of the 8 men out, but when you do that, it doesn't look that bad against the bomber. But I think the white stands out a lot better. So I'm probably just going to use the white. So, oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Let's go back to farming sim. But it didn't look that bad. I thought it wouldn't stand out as much as what it did. So, what were we on? Big Red 1. That's right. I got so many freaking games going. I lost my Schaefer's Ag Service game. The one where it was supposed to be about the farm I grew up on. I accidentally deleted it. So now I got to make another one. Look at all these games I've started. Big Run. This is it. Prairie Farm, Michigan. I appreciate that, OCG. And that'll be the tail art for the next two campaigns. Then probably after that, I'll do Super Bowl 3 and 4. And then I got that in mind to do the Partridge Family, Bomber Crew Partridge Family. On down. Hello world, it's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. Or should I change the lyrics? Come on, get shot up. A whole lot of flying is what we'll be doing. You guys ever see the Partridge Family show? Better head to bed. Okay, OCG. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. Better head to bed though. Midnight, my ass turns into a pumpkin. You got about 40 minutes, buddy. Thanks for joining the stream, OCG. And I liked your stream earlier on Jedi Survivor. I'm still thinking about trying that game. It's about $60, which is no big deal, but I don't know if I want to spend that much money and then not wind up playing it. That's my concern. It's not really the money, it's am I gonna, if I spend that kind of money, I should make a commitment to play it, even though I'm lousy at shooter games. Okay, John Go Fed. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it, man. Everybody's taking off. Hey, John, appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream. Y'all take care. Oh, low on fuel. Doing her shakes. I'll probably go get some after I dump this load of grain into the truck. I'm gonna need to. Oh. again. Oh, it's gonna fill that truck up. There it is. Oh, stay out of the ditch. Country. There we go. I better go get some fuel. Oh, man, I gotta wake up. Stop yawning. Like a drop to the rain, like a car to the train. Linking the chain. Ah. Linking the chain. Ah. Oh. Oh. Where did I leave off at? Yeah, there it is. I see it. I see where I left off at. Ah. Oh, getting closer. Oh no, shark. Getting closer. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. I'm starting to get tired. I don't know why. I'm trying to stay awake here. I'd like to get this field done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I can try. How much do I got done of it? Oh, field 1. Oh, that's not it. Where is it? Field 9, that's it. 79%. All right, 79%'s done. Did I miss anything? Did I? Nope, I didn't. man, I saw your face. You say you put this time on me. Close to another full hopper. Will I make it to the end? We'll find out. Stay tuned, same channel, same time, same channel. Oh boy, come on now. We gotta make it to the end. Will we do it? Oh, it's getting close. Hey, it's gonna be close. Nope, we're not gonna make it. Dadgummit. Look at that. Horrible. Ah. Let the fire go out. Me and you. Me and you. Me and you. Cupid's I'm keeping on. Oh yeah, that's right. We almost made it to the end of this pass. Didn't quite make it. It's exactly where we're at. We'll finish it now. Ugh. I might have to take a nap or something. I'm getting tired. I'm starting to feel it too. I don't know how much longer I can go. I'm starting to fall asleep. All right, I might have to go ahead and end this. This is part 3, Big Red One, part 3. I'm just getting too tired. So, all right, Big Red One, part 3, Farming Simulator 22. I'm Corky Duke Farminator. Come with me if you want to farm. And thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later. Y'all take care. Bye.